Hola, Avatar. Welcome back to your real-world MBA. Let's see if and how you can implement these real-world answers in your life and in your finances. Let's jump in. 1. Look to CHAT, MAGS, SMH, and THNQ for your next long-term holdings. This is where I say you want to park cash for the long haul. Stuff that's too much stuff outside of tech, I don't think is going to help you that much, even with a small and increasing dividend. There are all kinds of gimmicks, all kinds of marketing gimmicks and tactics that marketers use to shake you out of good positions. I think these 4 funds are pretty good, and if you want to buy them, go right ahead. 2. Be wary of the left's new weapon, mass formation psychosis. 3. Geographic arbitrage. If you live overseas, learn how to use Adobe, get Adobe, and then open a Fiverr seller account. 4. People look to industries with the highest margins, and that's totally fine. But you could also make a market with excellent targeted advertisements and a pretty good quality product that works well enough. 5. Which coin? I say APU. 6. People say the truth is obscured by politicians and the media, but when you suggest betting on yourself and attending the Leadership Institute, they're not interested anymore. They're mad and afraid now. A lot of the gurus are talking about artificial intelligence the way they used to talk about SEO. But next, kingpins will figure out how to use AI to smother internal dissent and assertive positions held by humans previously. 8. The squeaky wheel gets removed. I don't believe the squeaky wheel gets the oil. I believe the squeaky wheel usually gets removed. 9. Don't listen to PhDs. Do listen to NEETs with huge lists, influence, and every type of capital possible. 10. A few words on networking. Power is being concentrated in fewer companies. Inflation is raging. The political right are deaf to people who don't have the seal of approval of the elites. People are expecting income and benefits, while simultaneously punishing others with higher taxes. So we network not just for employment, but for learning and finding morally aligned individuals to collaborate with. Forging quality relationships is networking to many business leaders. I'm going to say it again. Forging quality relationships is networking to many business leaders. Remind yourself of what Robert Kiyosaki used to say about the power of networking. It's a slightly different thing, but still important to networking, which I believe is going to become more important. 11. A couple management tips for you. First, tell your team or your mastermind what they're doing that you like. The idea is to be constructive. It is constructive to build up your team, not to puff up your team, but to build up your team. Especially if the bar is being raised and people are kind of anticipating this with a little concern. Your team has to see themselves as people who can meet the new demands. 12. Lawfare and deplatforming are still a thing. Just because conservative ink AstroTurf doesn't mention these threats doesn't mean these threats are reduced. Lawfare and deplatforming matter to you. 13. Please do not go to work and reinvent the wheel. By all means, attempt to tweak the wheel or the system to improve it. 14. Auditing is a technique used by Scientologists to erase or lessen the effects of trauma. I would conduct an audit of personal beliefs that work for you or that don't work for you. You have to be realistic. Listen to Brian Tracy speak on the law of belief. And I'm not attempting to give you medical advice. Consult a physician if you need to. 15. Demand to be paid to be a shill or a prop. A lot of jobs are very short-term in nature. Lots of politicians and managers would love to have a sovereign individual or the devotee of some other ideology to be a negative example for all to see for real. 16. Practice framing and reframing. Mike Cernovich made framing huge before the 2016 election. Neglect to practice framing and reframing if you want everyone to get what they deserve from the WEF and Megacore. 17. Aesthetics can improve one's mood as much as a good meal, a dog, a cat, or a set of deadlifts. All right, we'll see you at Webull. Click the link below and buy the ETFs I mentioned. Want more? Look up our titles on Amazon or our